everybody, Superfluous J here with another new series in Factorio, the series I was talking about. But you didn't know you could drag this box around. You can do almost any box in the game. But anyway, I'm starting here in the mod screen just to show you which mods I have installed. The last series I did, the Factorio for Beginners, I had 0 mods installed. This one I have quite a few mods installed. I'm not going to talk about all of them, but I am going to discuss the big idea of the series. I also want to have them on the screen, so if you ever see me using a mod and you're curious which one it is, it's probably on this list. If not, feel free to ask. The big idea of this series is all has to do with Islands World. Islands World puts you on islands, hence the name of the series, Archipelago. The Islands World mod, there's also an Islands Locked mod, which basically does the same thing, but it adds a way to get ore without in my mind, doing enough work to get the ore. So I decided not to use the Islands Locked mod, and instead I am going to use a combination of things to give me all the ores I need. If you know, a lot of times when you have lots of islands like this, the ores that you need are in the ocean and you don't even know that they're there. Or actually, they're technically not even there, but you can't get to them is the important thing. So one of the mods I'm going to have installed to mitigate this and also cause some issues is diversity. It's diversity of ores. It throws some other ores in with an ore patch is basically what it does. It allows you to get copper in your iron patches a little bit, which is nice because it guarantees you get some copper, but it's also bad because you have to deal with that. You're going to be mining a bunch of different ores, so it can be an issue as far as that's concerned. The other mod I have installed that allows me to get ores, and I can't find it right here. It's deep core mining. It's not under D, so I had to figure out whose name it was installed. This one adds the ability to basically mine, not quite anywhere, but mine infinite ores out of the ground from certain locations, which is going to be big in the late game because as I run out of ores, I'm going to need to be able to get them. So this allows me to get infinite ores, but not just out of thin air like the other mods allow you to do. Some other important things along with this that I have is the beautiful bridge railway. I should also add, I have removed landfill. I'm not going to be able to landfill the ocean, which I think is a big important thing with this. But anyway, so to mitigate that, I've got beautiful bridge railway, which allows me to build bridges just for rails, and also the cargo ships mod, which allows me to literally run shipping lanes across the sea. To help me start out, because I hate building stuff by hand, I'm going to have construction drones, which was one of my favorite mods, just period. We've also got even distribution and far reach, which allows me to, when I do have to do stuff manually, it allows it to be faster and easier for me to do. Another big one here is, literally big, is Big Brother. This is going to make my my radars bigger and scanning farther out for more power. So it's at least hand waves at being balanced, which is nice because a lot of times I won't be able to see the islands that I need to find in order to get more things. The rest of these things I don't think are super important to discuss. There's just a lot of quality of life mods in here, factory planner, automatic train painter, actual craft time, things like that just help me get through all the problems. Teleporters is another big one. I'm gonna have a teleporter network set up on the island so that I can hop around from island to island pretty easily. Never used it before. Most of these mods that I've just discussed, other than the quality of life ones, I've never used before. So I don't know exactly what these are going to do for me or if I'm even going to use them. And another big one I have is the mini loader mod. I've started really enjoying loaders, and this one I've never tried before, and I wanted to because it's very popular. So let's go ahead and start. We are going to do a single player game. We are going to do a new game. We are going to free play. We are going to pick the many islands default, which is not in the stock game. This is part of that islands mod that I got, and it changes the frequency and size of these things. There's a bug currently in the stock game that these numbers aren't right in certain places, We're turning off cliffs because I hate them, and I'm glad that I don't have to deal with them. Then we're going to leave everything else the same. I don't think there's anything I really want to change on this. And then we're going to preview because I want something specific. I want a mildly large area, and I want that mildly large area to have all the ores close to each other. That's not so bad, but it could be mildly larger. I'm just going to keep refreshing until we get an island over the top of our island. This could work in theory, but I'm going to keep looking. We could also make the starting area size a little bit bigger, which just makes our starting island bigger. Might not be a bad idea. Rather than fiddling with everything else, just give myself a slightly bigger starting island so we can get up to trains and those bridges and maybe railways. Ooh, I like this one. Not sure what these are, what these red dots are. But I guess I'll find out, right? Because there's some over here. I also wouldn't mind trees. I'm not against. Wait, I don't want the scale. I want the bias to be raised. There's some more trees. Lower the scale again. That's really nice, but small. Ooh. I feel like I'm window shopping. Okay, this is it. This is the one I'm going to use. It's a little annoying that the coal is slightly far away from everything, but I think it's going to be fine. So let's go ahead and start it up now, and I'll see you in game. Okay, look at that. Look at how ugly these ore patches look with all the junk mixed in. The junk, of course, doesn't include uranium, which is nice. I'm glad I don't have to worry about uranium. But it does include coal in with everything. So in theory, I could just plop the burner miner down on this patch and assume the amount of coal that's going to come out is going to be right. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to instead try to find a spot where I can go across. Yeah, there's stone right there, which is a problem. If I go up one, then all we have is coal and iron all the way across to here. So I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put that there. And then I'm going to put this single piece of wood here. Now, speaking of wood, I can bring up this planter here and just go like this. And my robots head out and take away those things. I have to get close enough to them for it to work, but they will, which is the nice thing. So I'm going to get a ton of wood to start out. And, of course, I'm going to use that wood to fuel up my, my miners here as we go. But for the time being, let's go ahead and just take this coal here. Oh yeah, we'll just put where there's even distribution. If you hold down Control and drag, if you click and then drag from off one thing, it puts the exact same amount of stuff into each one, which is super duper nice. We're on our way. We're in the burner phase here. We are going to we're going to make as many of these as we can without getting onto other ore patches. And it looks like 6 is the right number. So I'm going to do that, and I should have enough stone. Yeah, I can make 5, 10, 15 of these. And my robots just place them down instantly. And then I'm going to be able to make burner mining drills soon once I get enough of these things. There we go. We can make 2 of them. Let's go ahead and do that, and the robots will place them instantly. And as they do, I'm going to do that so that we start getting more. And then we need 3 more of these things. We just need more iron. Should be quick. Should be pretty quick to make. We are officially out of the trees that I had marked, so let's run down here and let our robots go out. Unlike the robots in your that you get when you once you research them, these guys don't need battery power or anything. They're kind of like turrets in that they just work magically, which is nice and probably a little cheaty, but I really don't care. It saves so much time. Okay, let's make 2 more of these. And as soon as they get placed here, I guess I have to do it because my robots are out working. Is this guy, I guess he's, yeah, he's mining coal, which is amusing. It is putting the coal in here, but it's also not doing any mining. Let's go and throw a bunch of wood into him. Yeah, eventually he'll start doing the stone. I'm pretty sure it's random. I don't actually know that for a fact, but I'm pretty sure. Let's make 4 of these and try to find a spot where we can put 4 of these on here. I would like to be able to place these such that, let's see, if I do this and this, nope, that's gonna get some coal. I need to find ideally a spot where I can place, here, this looks like it might be a spot where I can place 4 of these in a circle. Yes, okay. And then we're going to just put wood in him. And then take out all but 1. We'll leave 1 in, and then they're gonna rotate around, and as soon as he burns up his 1 wood, he's gonna get a coal. Oh, I guess not yet. There he goes. Now he's getting his coal. So so those are good. We're now making coal automatically, which is nice. We also need to make let's see, let's make 2 burner mining drills, 2 furnaces. Then we're gonna place these guys right. See, that has stone on it, so we'll place them here and here. The furnaces here and here. Use up all of our wood. And now we've got copper, so that's good. We also need stone. We don't need a ton of stone, but we're going to need some. I should probably take some of the wood out of some of these guys. So we can make a wooden box. And let's make 2 more burner mining drills. I don't think we need more than 2. Get the coal out of these. And then we'll place 1 here. Actually, there we go. That'll work. These 2 guys side by side there. Put the coal in them. And now we've got stone. So now we've got all the resources that we need to make a starter base. We've got copper, we've got stone, and we've got coal. So, let's do this. We got boiler, steam engine, offshore pump, bunch of power poles, and a science lab which needs more copper. We still need, we have 15 copper, I don't know, we have 11 on us, so we should be getting it soon. There we go, there's 1 more, 1 science lab, and then we need the 10 science packs. But we can worry about those in a minute. Where is the closest water? I guess it's probably north. So we are going to plop down an offshore pump. It really doesn't matter exactly where, but I think right here is perfect. And then, oh, we need pipes too. Let's go with 1 set of undergrounds. And we should probably build a box and a burner inserter. I'm just going to bring this out all the way for no good reason whatsoever. And I changed my mind how I want this guy. I want him to be this way. Let's put the steam engine... Oh, I am terrible at placing things. Put the steam engine here. Then we're going to need a power pole right here, and then we'll drag these down in a minute. Still can't build science packs. We are going to put all the coal we have in here, and then we're going to put this box here and this burner inserter here, and then we'll just feed more coal into him. And it reminds me I need to hit Alt. And then we're going to drag these power poles down until we are south of the ore patches. And then we're going to go over this way. I would like everything to be kind of centered in the middle of everything that we have. That should be good. Okay, so let's plop our science lab down. Doesn't really matter where, and we want automation. Always want automation first, and we're going to want logistics next because we need to be able to use that filter and splitter as soon as we can, so we can more easily do these do everything that we need. We need 10 of these, so let's go 5, 10, and then we're going to need a box. We're going to need several boxes. Let's just make a bunch, and we're going to need a bunch of inserters. And that should do it for now. That should do it for now. Let's go ahead and throw these in here, and we've got research going, which I'm not going to complain about. Not going to complain at all. I should also probably have this, and I don't really need to worry about ammo, guns, anything like that. In fact, I'll put my pistol there and take my ammo out of my inventory completely. Keep this going. And I'm pretty happy with the way things are. I don't know yet how much I'm going to like this diversity. It could end up being a huge rigmarole. I'm kind of hoping it will be, to be honest, just because you don't always get a huge rigmarole. By the way, this thing here, if you see there, that this shows what this guy can consume right now, and obviously that's not the most important thing to look at, but like this guy here, he consumes 0.31 iron ore per second. This guy creates 0.25 per second, so actually we don't have the right ratio of miners to things. It's to smelters. That's just kind of a normal thing at the beginning of the game. You don't really worry about ratios as much as just getting the job done. And we've got our radar. Not that there's much to see, but it'll show us the area around us. I also should probably take a trip off to the left here and see if there are any actual bad guys off to the left. But the radar will probably show me that. And automation is done, which is awesome. We do have logistics queued up, but instead of building the actual things for logistics, let's go ahead and set up our automation of these things. And what we're going to want to do here is we're going to want this is going to make the science pack. This is going to make a gear. This guy's going to make the science pack, which is actually in the same spot. And then we are going to have an arm going into here, an arm going into here, and an arm going into here. This is like really simple stuff. Could be done much better than the way I'm doing it, but it's just this gets it done. We're going to put all the copper into there and a bunch of the iron into there. And we are also going to have an arm come out of it. Actually, let's have it come out of here. Change my mind. And then I'm going to limit this down to 2 stacks. And then he's going to put gears into there whenever this guy doesn't need them. And then this guy is going to put his science packs directly into the lab. And then we are going. This is good. Okay, I believe if I do this... No, that didn't do it. There's a way to select multiple things. And I just don't know what it is. Need to look that up. But you see, this guy actually produces 0.1 labs per second, and this guy needs 0.07 labs per second, so he's actually creating more labs than this guy can consume. With science, you never get the right ratio of things because the amount of time things take for science is actually a variable. Different things take different times to make. But anyway, let's continue whatever we're gonna do here. We should probably do lights, and we should probably do electronics, and we should probably then. I would really like mini loaders. They take fast inserters, so let's go and do fast inserters and then mini loaders, which we can't even research. That's funny. Oh, we need all of these things. So we need steel as well, so I might as well research that. Then we can do mini loaders. We might as well get the bigger pick, even though we're not going to pick things very much. And we're off. We're doing things. We're mining. We're researching. We're filling up our inventory with garbage we don't need. Let's see what the scanner has seen yet. Nothing major. I think I'm going to let this run. I'm going to put more copper in there just so it keeps going, and I'm going to run off to the left here, and we're gonna explore our island, actually look at our the range of our limits, see if there's any bad guys, see if we need to actually worry about the biters, because if we don't, I'm going to put off on my military research until we're actually going to another island. And I already see a biter base, and it's a big one. I should be able to sneak by it, though. If I can't, I'm in serious trouble. Yeah, they're at a choke point, so we definitely need to worry about those guys. So we definitely need military research. Nice to know. I would rather know it than not, but I think if I just get turrets, I'll be fine. So after we get these basic researches out of the way, I'll research better guns and turrets, and then we'll go out and take those guys out. That'll probably be the focus of the next episode, which is coming soon, because we're almost done here. I got basically everything I wanted to do. We're almost out of the burner phase, which is kind of where I wanted to be. We're making product. We're running out of coal. We're still hand feeding everything, which is fine right at this point of the game, especially when you have long reach installed. We probably could afford one more lab, but I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, we're out of power, which is something I need to address very soon. Let's go ahead and put all of our coal minus 100 into that box, just so we get that going, and then we don't have to worry about power for quite a while. So, what did I say I wanted to do? Oh yes, I want to. Oh, I have all my researches up. So until we get logistics, there's not too much to do. I could research. I could build. Another lab, and I think I'm going to. So we're gonna put you there, and we'll put a lab there. And as soon as that thing gets built, my robots will put it out, and won't quite double our speed, but it will allow us to research a little bit faster than we have been. So nothing wrong with that. Yeah, our pollution's going to get to those guys pretty quick, so we're definitely going to want to get that going. And there we go. As long as we still have science packs in these guys, our research speed is doubled. I could also handcraft a few. Definitely wouldn't hurt. Because this guy is producing 0.1 a second, they're using now 0.15, 0.14 per second. So they're using 40% more than we're making. So if I put these in here, he'll still put science packs into him, and we'll keep it going at double time for the foreseeable future, which is nice. And then once we get logistics set up, I am going to go right into probably military and then turrets. Maybe the other way around. I think I'll do turrets and then military just to make sure we get them before the biters attack, because that would be bad. Biters attacking would be a bad thing. So let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna buy turrets. We're gonna start the research, and we'll let it go with that. I hope you enjoyed watching this. I hope you're looking forward to the series. If you have any questions, any concerns, any thoughts, feel free to post them on the YouTube page. I'm curious how much power we're using. Probably not very much. Yeah, well, about half. So yeah, we're gonna need another steam engine here. Might as well build it while I'm talking. But yeah, if you're curious about anything, if you think something's not gonna work, if you think something's gonna be harder or too easy based on how I've done this, feel free to let me know. I though am Superfluous J, and I will, as always, talk at you later. Get your coal. There you go.